my whole life has been film ever since I have memory. And in the Fabelmans, you show a scene in your life that you talked about, which is your encounter with John Ford. This is in a way my John Ford encounter. So I was wondering, what would you say to a young director?
Well, I'm not going to say get the fuck out of my office. That's the big difference, I think, between me and John Ford. But every other difference stops after that. John Ford is one of the greatest filmmakers on the face of the planet. Always has been, always will be. I've always been a tremendous admirer of his. That scene in The Fabelmans is word for word, to the best of my recollection, what actually happened to me. He said no more or no less than the words he speaks in that film. Because I've been telling the story to friends of mine for so many years, the dialogue is actually closer to my memory when that incident actually happened. So I think that might be the most accurate scene of the movie, word for word anyway. You know, John Ford was a force of nature. He really was. Mm-hmm. And for many, many years, I was really scared by what he said, and embarrassed by what he said, and shamed by what he said. And 20 years later, I realized that what he had actually done was giving me a tremendous gift. He didn't just invite me into his office to let me tell him how much I love movies and how much I love his movies, but he actually gave me some advice that made sense to me. Not in the moment. I was still in high school, actually. I was a junior in high school when I met him. I was actually 16 years old. But that advice he gave me about the horizon was a gift. And it was a gift. He might have done it in a really gruff way, like a really tough headmaster of an all-boys school. But it was something I will always be grateful for.